Hello YouTube, I'm Tubby Geezer. I remembered to record today, so this is gonna look better than the last one. Hi. Let's do it. Let's go to the Institute. Also, I had this problem a few days ago.
All those molecules of yours. Hopefully we won't miss any. There's only,
Let me
60 trillion of them. All right, feeding our baby some juice. Let's see what she's got.
Take this holotape. You need it to contact Patriot.
Oh man, don't worry. That's all part of the plan.
Tom, do whatever you can to gain their trust. Lie. Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Come on, I think I got it. Establishing lock on the Institute signal.
Just get all the information you can.
So for anyone that wasn't here last night, didn't see the previous one,
find their weaknesses.
I've been to the Institute.
If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it.
Spoilers, but we're going to be there in 5 minutes anyway.
And Patriot will make contact.
I talked to our son.
We got it.
Find a way to save them.
He basically wanted me to join the Institute and forsake the outside world, and I was like, well, that's jacked up. I've made friends out there. Not thinking that I could just say I was going to be a friend and then, like, infiltrate and be sneaky. I went ahead and shot him in the face and screwed everything up, so I had to reload a very far back save.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance.
But she did say lie, cheat, do whatever you have to win their trust, and
I'd like to discuss things.
I didn't take that to heart.
Please, step into the elevator.
This time I am. Oh, and I brought food up here and forgot to eat it.
You've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
So I've only heard like this in the next conversation. After that, I have no idea what's going to happen. So that's the thing.
The reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason.
Take all your stuff, though.
For your son.
Still gonna loot. Now it's interesting, and I thought about this. What if I take all this like stuff from here back and like furnish the entire town with it? Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean?
I'm gonna make slightly different choices for this too.
It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Sean, open the door.
I don't know you. Go away.
Okay, same thing.
Father, help me.
Pretty much, at least.
There's someone here. Help me.
All the choices I've made. Angry, open the door.
Please, Sean. I'm your father. Talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me.
Yeah. And I mean, all your choices are kind of
Father, help me.
aggressive, and he doesn't take.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating. but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you.
Did that same glitch last time.
It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Makes sense. I didn't do this one last time, but I like it.
Hell of a story. But I guess it does make sense.
I'm glad you're willing to accept the truth. It's quite...
Do everything I can to get in these guys' good graces.
At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
I feel like I always knew that this was kind of like the aggressive, angry dickhead option, the right hand option. I'm starting to realize that the left hand one is like the naive, like lost puppy one, where you're just like, I don't know, man, whatever you say, it's whatever.
Are you following?
I think I get it.
I think I see where this is going.
Then perhaps you already understand why it was necessary.
Or it's like the
Institute
completely
to
non-confrontational
acquire
option.
The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course.
Oh
But
yeah,
it had all become
it is sarcastic a lot of the time.
in this wasteland. Radiation affected everyone.
That's true.
Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute
Let me
found
put it
me
into context then.
after discovering
Since it's
records
kind of
from
like
Vault
the...
111. An infant, frozen in time.
It's the option that doesn't
protected from the
add anything
radiation-induced
beneficial
mutations
to
that
the
had crept
conversation.
into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed.
Sorry,
And
didn't
so
mean to
it
talk
was
over
my
it, but...
DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Like, the top one is generally... Tell me more. The top one generally opens up more conversation options. This one is the one that's basically like, yeah, it's true. This one is basically the one that's like, I refuse to add anything necessary or useful to the conversation. So sarcasm or just like
overwhelmed.
Small talk, basically. Then this one is always like the hopeful, happy, but generally to the point one, and then this one's the bad one.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have.
The top one's almost always a question.
I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Except for stuff like this, where you're just basically, they're all,
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
By the way, my face is itchy, so if you see me... I forced this one last time, but I'm not going to.
After what I've seen, I pity the man. He was as much a victim as anything.
After what he did to you, I'm shocked you would be so generous. But yes, I understand you've experienced things. Perhaps you ended up knowing him better.
Also, what's up, man?
Will never truly forgive
Happy
you.
Friday.
The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Well, if this eases the mind-numbingness of the reports a little bit, then I've done my job.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
You don't remember. You didn't see it the way I did. It was brutal.
Yes, I'm sure it was. Sadly, the world has become a brutal, unforgiving place. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance.
What's funny?
To begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Yeah, I'll get there. So what's weird is, so last night, right? I just straight out killed him, which is very unlike what I've been doing. You know, story games, I generally don't kill the person you've spent the whole time looking for. Or, you know, I try to, like, be a human being.
Are you following?
I actually think I might feel worse about, like, leading him on after all this time. Like, congrats, you found your parents, now I'm going to screw you over. And right, I reload after shooting random people. I feel worse about the idea of being like,
this really is
son, I love you even though it's been so long, but now I'm going to infiltrate your place, screw over your entire society, and have a nice day, asshole. Like, I feel worse about that than just shooting him in the face. But I'm gonna do it.
You're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point.
For the greater good and all that.
It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here.
Like, I know I can be a jackass and kind of goofy and even rage once in a while, but truth be told, when it comes to story games, I'm such a bleeding heart.
Opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Which is why I had so much problem with Assassin's Creed Odyssey at first, because there was zero, like, I felt like there was going to be a big story reason not to go into these random places and just kill everyone. And then I found out that those places are specifically meant for that. But at first I was like, I don't want to kill Athenians. I don't want to do it. Okay, I'll say yes.
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assume that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
Is all that really necessary? What's there to learn?
For now, it is enough that you understand that the Institute really is devoted to the betterment of humanity. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Yeah, you find your kid and then he becomes, that's a good way of putting it. I was thinking that, but I didn't know.
Is there a problem?
Routine security check. See anything suspicious lately?
Suspicious?
Anyway,
what do you mean by suspicious?
I mean, like dodging my questions.
He becomes a plot point.
Nothing to report, sir. If I see something else,
well, I think at this point, spoilers, at least major spoilers, are kind of out the window, except for like the end, but or the individual endings. I'm gonna like hard save right here, so I have it. He becomes a plot point, not a twist. I mean, the twist is in there, but the actual like resolution of the twist, yeah. The resolution of the twist is you either leaving, truly siding with them, because I'm assuming there is an Institute ending, I'm assuming, or saying you're going to side with him and screwing him over. Which none of those feel good. None of those at all feel good. There is not an option. Yeah, I mean, I figured there was. What happens if I just do this? Can I just do this? Balls. You gonna come up here and like make sure I'm not screwing with your shit? No? Okay. Damn it. Balls. I want into your shit, Dad. Or son, I'm your dad, but you're older, but whatever. God.
through.
Oh. Got with me? Nice place you got, son. Hey, I took a bunch of your stuff. Have fun. Oh, now I can go in here. Yeah, okay. Christ, that's... They really just go... This is all new. This is all stuff I have not seen.
Clean floor. Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
Hi, Doc.
You know what happens when people get robots to do all their work? They get fat and lazy, that's what. Real people doing real thinking and real work. That's the future I want.
No argument here.
Nice to meet someone who isn't obsessed with replacing people with machines. I've been saying for years that we're too reliant on these.
I was gonna say, you don't seem like one of these people.
To listen. Maybe you can talk some sense into them. In any case, I suppose I should say, welcome. Perhaps a fresh perspective will do some good around here. Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Nothing to report, sir.
Yeah. I love how there's just still stuff everywhere and no one gives a flying crap if I take it all. Yeah, that's... Well, I guess that's true.
Someone stop telling those stupid stories.
Hi there.
I've heard stories. On the surface sure sounds scary.
Okay, she's definitely supposed to be a little girl and definitely is an adult doing her voice.
Hey there.
Greetings, sir.
Listen to this.
Well, hello.
My daddy says your father's daddy, but he looks so much older than you.
That's definitely not a kid. Like, kid voice. Wouldn't punch anyone, though? Or how about this? Should I not do this?
Hey there.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Hey, you're weird. Hey, Holdren, one of the people I was supposed to see. Why are you gone? Oh, for crap's sake. Oh my god.
There we go.
Oh, good. Something that helps with my canine companion, which I don't use anymore. Son of a... Can't win in this game. I just can't. I can't use the shower? Well, where the balls is the point in that? Oh, he's got a... That's kind of sad, actually. Now that I'm not surprised about. I've been really weirdly good about finding magazines. Problem is 90% haven't helped me. That's kind of sad. This dude's, like, workstation has, like, a picture of, like, a lake outside that he will never see. A little depressing. So I get it. There's, like, 4 towers in each... We gotta do all the exploring here, though. I immediately unregret doing what I did last night. Ooh, someone likes to drink.
I think he's actually lost his mind. I can't believe he really expects me to do this. I've always been on board with the Gen 3 program. It makes sense, but this? Nothing good can come from this. How am I supposed to explain to my staff that Sean wants a child synth for no immediately apparent valid line of research? And to base the physical features off records of his own childhood? It defies all logic.
Are you kidding?
No, I can't do this. I won't.
That doesn't defy logic. That's literally the exact reason why AI exists.
Welcome to the Institute, sir. Report anything suspicious to the SRB.
Literally, the reason we create robots is eventually to create them in the image of ourselves. That's what psychology tells us, and I believe it. May not be readily apparent, but there is strong, especially as we get closer and closer to creating like functional robots, there is strong things that point to us wanting to create them in our own image and be God. I'm not even mad. He's just standing there looking at the robot of his kid like, damn. Well, no, that's true, but you would still create them in your own image. You would still create them to do the housework the way you would if you did it yourself, but you don't want to do it yourself, so you want to create something that would do it exactly the way that you would.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
We're all looking forward to working
That was my
with
favorite one.
Excuse me.
Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
Forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want Supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement is no longer available.
Let's go a step further with it. Just while I'm looking around, let's go a step further with that theory. Well, what if I want robots to, you know, do it with, because real people are too hard. Hey, Poo Smoker, what's up, man? I love your name, dude.
No visible reaction to the K-14.
You're still gonna build a robot that's gonna do you the way you want it to be done. Anyway, that was a weird conversation for you to come in with, but hey, how's it going?
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls.
Nice,
all right,
man.
That's all for now. You can resume your duties.
I appreciate the advice, but
power demand jumped another 5% this year.
Let's keep it a little closer to the topic of the game, or games, or anything that's not putting toothpaste on yourself.
It was probably just a glitch in the nervous.
Good to see you.
The fine motor control software could use an update.
If it were just a limb twitching, perhaps. But her eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements while sleeping can only mean one thing, Max. You just don't want to admit to yourself what it means.
If you're about to launch into one of your...
Dr. Watson,
It's about artificial senses.
Man, sometimes I wish I had one of those things that would put what someone said in chat on the screen. That was genius. This is the Institute. This is also, hey, what's up? Oh wow, that's a weird first half hour to the day. This is the Institute. This is the place everyone's been looking for in the game. Well, that's true. Technically, yep. Most of it, anyway. All right. Well, that's just for YouTube. You can sit there and read that real quick. Well, it is. The Institute is basically the place where, oh, yeah, forgot. The Institute's basically the place where, yeah, it's actually, it probably reads pretty bad in the, in 720p. But the YouTube video will be just fine. Yeah, the Institute is basically, you know, I don't know enough about it to really give an accurate description. It's the place where all the synths, the synthetic humans, are coming from. These guys.
I can't imagine living on the surface.
These guys.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Greetings, sir. Welcome to the commissary.
And they do all sorts of things. They capture. They're the ones that basically captured my character's son at the beginning of the game. So yeah. Aside from the bartender and personal trainer thing, that sounds exactly like me.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
Trinity? What's that?
Trinity is an encryption system with a cipher, or key cut up into many pieces. You need several pieces in the correct order to unlock it. I put a Trinity piece with every synth I helped escape. It was a long shot, but I was hoping some good Samaritan would connect it all together.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend.
Howdy,
what did you mean by
Granny?
that?
I'm getting all the interesting names in here today. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Just wandering around the Institute trying to figure out what I'm doing here in Fallout. I don't know. I kind of feel like for the sake of like all this dialogue I should take the helmet off.
It's
but
alright, I'm used to being ignored.
What?
The railroad sent me to look for someone they called Patriot. That's you.
What? The railroad? As in the railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
You saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths at once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense.
You know, it's funny. I thought
I'm not
my
sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live.
my Twitch name was
doesn't
Clever,
mean we
and
should
every
at
time
least
someone
try
comes in
it.
here, I'm like, oh no, I was way off. I love it.
C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z1. He's a friend. He's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
I'll give this a couple shots because I'm interested, but
Because the members of the railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I find that hard to believe.
That's
I'll give it 2 shots. If I don't get it on 2, then the third one will be
Because the members of the railroad have dedicated
third one I'll
their
just do one
lives
that
to
I can
fight for
actually
your
do
freedom.
correctly.
I find that hard to believe.
That's fine. I swear to God, one day I'm going to do a playthrough where I actually have decent charisma and can do those things.
Who are you?
My designation is Z-114, a simple maintenance synth.
He's not from here. He's been helping our synths escape on the surface.
Ooh.
It's safe.
If you insist we speak in front of him, do so quickly.
Right now, how many synths want to escape, C1?
The ones I know for certain,
It conjures a very specific and slightly disturbing mental image, but I like
I
it.
would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the
Kind of fits
SRB.
with my name, though.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room? Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure. Just a few high security doors, right?
And also,
Controlled
this is
by
the internet. You can
cutting-edge
take credit
SRB
for whatever you
security
want,
tech.
I promise.
Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
Of course I'll help you.
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
Well, every week at the grocery store, I do buy my wife a lot of sugary candy, so we'll see.
I'll find it for you.
That's great. Unfortunately, the obvious place to look won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago, but some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials.
Okay, wait, talk to Desdemona? I didn't think I could leave here and come back. Yeah, I don't have a waypoint for that. Since I'm a giant derp and forgot that I can just all upstairs. Forgot that I can just mark where people are. Locked? Oh, open. Hold the phone. Getting locked. I'm trying to follow one of these markers and I keep getting them confused when they go off screen. Oh yeah, this place is gonna like absolutely ruin me.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
Okay, here.
It
Oh
must
Lord.
make you proud to see all that Father
Help.
has done. All that
Help.
he has built.
Ow. There you go.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Hi, Doc.
To you.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly
I haven't watched
believe
any RDR2
You've
yet.
been through so much. I think
I'm
most
still
people would have just
deciding
given up.
if I'm
You
going to try
don't
to
mind
play
my
it.
asking.
I don't have my PS4 hooked up to my computer, so that might be the first game that I do try to stream like a console game on. If it interests me, I might watch a little first, because generally that time period, like Wild West type stuff, isn't my favorite thing.
What makes you ask? I'm a complete stranger to you.
I suppose when I heard your story, well, I felt sorry for you. You've suffered more tragedy than any one person deserves. Your whole world is gone. I'm sorry. I know that was a very personal question. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Wait, is that an actual thing in RDR2? Because if it is, hilarious.
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find taught.
Lots of loot.
If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities
Wow.
division, I'm happy to discuss
it. Video games have come a long way, let me tell you. Nothing like resizable nards. Actually, that's probably one of the easier things to program in a game. Much easier than things like weather patterns and realistic, like, tree physics. But it's important for realism.
Who built this place originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on
right
today.
now, and please no spoilers because this is a blind playthrough.
Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now.
I'm siding toward the railroad, but I know I don't want to go with the Minutemen because, well, because their quests are a giant pain in the ass, and I just don't want to. And I don't really love the Brotherhood, but
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Thanks. So right now I like the Railroad because they're actual people that are actually like talented.
On the targeting package upgrades I asked for.
But I'm keeping an open mind about the Institute as well because
I heard we lost another Gen 3.
There's enough
Dr. Ayo was furious.
Pretty much all
Pardon me, sir.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see. Coursers on the hunt are relentless.
I don't know enough about him
If you
yet.
see one, you should stay out of its way.
I know it'll be a difficult adjustment for you, but try to remember that synths aren't people.
Hey, Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already.
And blew its head
In fact,
off.
I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
With a gun. With all the bullets.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run.
I can dodge bullets?
As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who were you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Carry on, sir.
Wait.
Dr. Ayo.
What do you want? And please, make it quick.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation
there
process.
we go.
Fine. Once a Courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Sucks. Wait. This is cool. Like, I don't think I'm gonna side with the Institute unless they throw some real big twist in there that makes me not think they're just a bunch of like, hello! Hey! Thanks, Granny. I appreciate the follow. That is awesome. Also, that was super loud in my ears because I just put different sounds on, and the little turtle from ASDF movie just about deafened me. But at least we know it works. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Institute. Like I said, I don't want any spoilers, but if they really throw me for a loop and for some reason I find out that they're actually the saviors of the Earth, I might choose to side with them, but we'll see. Right now, I'm just kind of loving learning about them. By the way, and since you are new here, we play a lot of story-based games. I've played Fallout, I'm playing Assassin's Creed, I'm going to be playing Witcher 3 in the future. So if you like that kind of thing, I'm happy you're here. But I also do some other stuff.
So good to have you here.
I'll be playing Call of Duty tonight, just multiplayer.
I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly
action
amazing.
games, variety of things.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm an outsider. Would there even be a place for me here?
Even if science isn't your passion, there are plenty of ways to contribute. Our projects sometimes require an agent who can work on the surface to observe and gather information.
Oh, that's how I'm gonna get back.
I've heard, you are both fearless and resourceful. I think you'd be ideal for that kind of role. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around.
Thanks,
or
Clayton.
if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Yeah.
You mentioned medical care. I might need that from time to time.
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself to Dr. Dean Volkert. He's our top biologist and also serves as the Institute's resident physician. Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary. Just pay him a visit whenever you need to. You won't find better medical care anywhere else in the Commonwealth. I'll promise you that.
Not even from the meth head living in a box out in the middle of nowhere? Oh. It is funny, after being here for just, what, half an hour, I already am kind of like, wow, the Commonwealth's kind of a giant piece of trash. But the people there are so interesting, and the people here are so vanilla. Which I guess makes sense. Actually, it makes a lot of sense, and I really do like that. That the people here are kind of personalityless. They never had any problems. They never had troubles, really. They just lived a very sort of charmed life and very...
She's been at it for over 2 hours.
Everyone's got problems.
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Not like raiders and other stuff. Who am I talking to? Ah.
Excuse me, doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Don't worry. I promise I won't get in your way.
Thank you, I do appreciate that. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
That seems a little weird. I mean, okay, I guess I'll justify it by saying that Sean was so happy to actually meet us as his father that he's kind of loosening his grip on the control that it seems like this place is run so tightly with. That was just a lot of words. I don't even think it was a real sentence. But this place is so secret and so locked down that all I had to do was basically be like, I love you, son. And he was like, cool, you can travel wherever you want, including out to that other place where tons of people want us dead, and then come back in. That's totally fine as long as you're okay with it.
Courser chip? What's it do?
The same thing it does for our coursers. Creates a link to the relay that allows them, and now you, to get in and out at will. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much. I prefer to focus on my work.
Did you put the thing in me? Apparently. Talk to Father. That is a weird one, though. That is a super weird one. It's funny though, because I could see a lot of people having some real problems with that. The fact that you get here, you say a couple nice things, and then they're just like, alright dude, you're cool. Like, whatever you want to do, man, it's all good. That's,
Is Dr. Ao mistaken?
Yes. I mean, no, he's not. But I was only...
What is it?
When are you going to tell me about this?
Scanning. Subject identified.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything
yeah.
is.
I know I kind of stopped my sentence in its tracks, but there was a reason for that. I fell real far. But yeah, it is weird. I can see people having problems with that, but for me, it's just like, great, I don't have to do a million quests to prove my...
see the Institute firsthand.
Yeah.
What do you think?
First things first. How do I get back to the surface?
The same way you got in, of course. You are not a prisoner here. You may come and go as you please. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
What do you mean by proper supervision?
I mean that while they are here in the Institute, fulfilling the purpose for which they were designed, our synths perform admirably. As you're about to see, however, they can become unpredictable when set loose. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those idealistic radicals who call themselves the Railroad are behind it. We'll deal with them in time. But right now, the priority is to reclaim that synth before more harm is done. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
So hold the phone. You mean over here? Well, I'm not gonna do that right away. I want to talk to Desdemona. Because, okay, so what's really cool is it seems like... Oh, cool. I can. To me, what it seems like is, What up?
Hey, it's Bullseye. Bullseye's back.
Like, the Railroad and the Institute are direct enemies. Like, the Brotherhood has their own agenda, and the Minutemen don't know what the hell they're doing.
You really walked
But
the
these
freedom
guys
trail?
know about the Institute, and the
Pam
Institute
wants to
knows
talk.
directly about these
She's in
guys.
back.
Oh, thank God.
Woo! CJ, I told you the molecular stabilization matrix held.
Funny, you didn't sound certain yesterday. It is really,
Yeah.
really good to see you. Did it work? Did you make it inside the Institute?
I sure did. Thought I died. Found my son.
I met with the leader of the Institute. And it turns out, he's my son.
What? Wasn't he just a little boy?
Since he's my son, maybe we can work with him.
Do you really think he'd be willing to
Oh,
let
I didn't
go
mean
of
to do
all
that.
of the sins? Even if he was, certainly the rest of the Institute wouldn't go along with it. They'd just put someone else in charge.
After they took him from me, they froze me in cryo.
Instead of being on ice for a few years, it's a few decades instead. The Institute's really done a number on you. Besides meeting your boy, did you meet Patriot too? Did Tom's holotape work?
Yep.
I met Patriot. His name is Liam Benet.
I knew you'd get the job done. We need every scrap of intel you picked up in there. Write up a full report on Pam's terminal. After you're done, we'll analyze it and figure out the next step. Get to it.
There's more going on than you know. Trust me.
Up there, assume you're being watched. Always.
Confirmed. Agent Bullseye has arrived. I have a mission for you. Without increasing it.
Yeah. You can do that. Somewhere.
Efficiency of synth traffic flow. Odds of entire organization being compromised.
Yeah, I know, right?
Increase daily.
If only real life reports were that
A
easy.
new distribution center needs
It's
to be
me!
established.
Kind of. They don't really... Well, I didn't mess with the face and stuff too much. It's skinny me! Kind of. Hold on. It's skinny me! Oh. Can't see anything without those.
Human-machine interface.
What now?
A distribution center? What's that?
The railroad organization calls distribution centers safe houses.
Oh my god, skinny
A place
geezer.
where synths are stored and then rerouted safely through the region known as the Commonwealth. Mission details commencing. Pacify the target location.
I fear to think what something like that would cost on
Current
eBay.
and future railroad assets. New distribution center will be codenamed Mercer Safe House. Good luck.
It's not an easy road you've chosen, but you're never alone in this.
Pam.
Preliminary analysis complete.
Anything we need to move on?
Affirmative. Codename Patriot requires admin credentials for Code Defender security software. Cross-indexing CIT security administrators with 2077 Commonwealth Census records. Filtering by surviving structures. One match found. Bergman. Wilfred Bergman. Wilfred, registered as co-owner of Cambridge Polymer Labs. Estimated 81% chance of login credentials being located at this facility.
I do know making a full 3D printing a full-size helmet would probably take weeks, maybe days, but it would take a long time.
What's at Cambridge Polymer?
Cambridge Polymer Labs, LLC, had several active military contracts, specializing in robotics. The region is currently classified as extremely dangerous.
After you get the password report back here. With any luck, we'll have a game plan by then.
Yep.
Systems locked. Building statistical model for Operation Tea Party.
99 bucks. 90 bucks. A Raider helmet. I don't think I can justify paying 150% more than I paid for the game for a helmet to wear on stream that I probably won't be able to see out of. Yep, that's the one I saw too. All right, so what am I doing? Okay, I have to go. You know what? I'm gonna do this for Pam first. I'm gonna do this. I don't think interesting was the word you were looking for just then. I think depressing might be more apt. I have the worst. Hold on, I don't know if you can see this. I don't know how well. Oh god, my glasses are dusty too. Can you see? I can't see if you can see. Can you see how thick those are? Those are the thin lenses. I have super broken vision. Wait, how'd you pull that off? You get someone stuck in a death loop. I must know your ways. I'm fine with getting stuck in game glitches and stuff like that. Not being able to actually see in real life is not good. Let's put it this way. When I took my glasses off, I couldn't read a single thing on any three of my screens, nor could I actually tell there were three individual screens in front of me. That's a problem. I thought about getting contacts, but people told me without my glasses off that I looked mean. Oh, right. Oh, the viewers choose when to save? That's brutal. Oh my god, really?
It is nothing, but stay vigilant.
Hold on. Let me try something.
I need nothing. Am I hearing things? Adam drives. I must listen only to Adam's voice.
I fear nothing.
god, that's the most annoying thing in the world. Little bastard. Fine. I love that wearing the radiation suit makes me basically invisible. Or invincible. Wow, one of those words. To like the gamma guns. Oh look, a nuka grenade. That can't possibly be the worst thing ever. Ah! Levels! Yeah, not recommended without power armor. Agreed. You know, that would be interesting. Hey, now. Like, this is the kind of game where I wouldn't want that, because I actually enjoy playing it for, like, the story and the quests and the exploration. I think it would just, like, annoy the hell out of me to have people, like, messing with me all the time. On the other hand, the ability to do, like, a Call of Duty multiplayer, where, like, every game the chat gets to choose my loadout, like, choose what gun I use, choose my perks, choose my equipment. That would be fun. I wouldn't mind being absolutely screwed over in Call of Duty, because obviously that's just multiplayer stuff. That's not like no story. Also, what the hell you doing, man? I'm just curious. I forget how to throw a grenade. Never mind. I remember. I can actually do that. I didn't want to, but I can. I don't think water pistols are in the game. But you can send me in there with no weapons. That's the thing. Or just a combat knife. I used to do that, actually. In, like, the old Call of Duty games, I would literally just, Well, there is a guy up here. Oh, that's... Need my armor. Need my armor real bad. Yep. Yeah, you can do that too. Bye. Miss you. Okay. Oh, I used to do it all. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 had the most spectacular of glitches. 2 to be exact. And they were the most fun things in the world. There was something called a javelin, which was basically a rocket that you would shoot and it would go up in the air. You would target like a piece of equipment or an area. You would target an area. It would go up in the air and come back down. Well, there was a glitch if you went into the targeting thing, and I think you were like, instead of shooting it while you were targeting, you switched weapons and switched back. It would be primed. So you would just run into people, and whenever you died, you would blow up with the force of this thing, which would take out like a 50-foot radius. So you'd run into a house full of guys and blow everyone up by dying. That was a thing. There was also something with care packages where you could glitch care packages to get infinite ones. My friends and I would sit in the back of maps for like yeah, it was basically the equivalent of like a mini nuke in this game, or a nuke grenade. You could take out like about a quarter of a map's worth of people with that thing. Absolutely bonkers. I feel, well, who's shooting at these guys? I'm trying to find them, but I guess I don't have to. Well, yeah. But the other one that was fun was care packages. You could get a ton of them, and you could, like... Oh, hi.
Now would they get to you?
Damn, I couldn't even see anything on him. Yeah, you get infinite care packages and just open them and get all the kill streaks and just destroy people. I miss when games had stupid glitches like that and it took them like a month to fix. Yay! Oh, build defenses, huh? I was not prepared for this. I mean, go one of these. Damn it. Need steel and oil. Ah. Wait, what happens if I just take the desk out from under that? You know what? I don't want to find out. I need something with oil. Concrete. It's important. Not for what I'm building. Oil? Damn it. Damn it. Ugh. Come on, they put oil in barrels, right? There we go. Okay, cool. Found them. Remove tree. Yeah, sweet. I gotta go see what's down here. I know you, by the way, I know you said that first that first quarry is a known glitch. Is that a glitch that happens in everyone's game or just sometimes? Did I just get lucky? Ooh.
Got it.
Ishi. Why do I smell something burning? It smells like a candle, but I don't have a candle lit. That's troublesome. If the stream randomly goes down, it's because I went up in a giant ball of flame or something. Actually, I take that back. It smells like incense. Also, damn it, Neller.
I can't ask people to keep it secret.
Putting me like all blind as hell trying to show my glasses to the... Yep, that didn't work at all.
Tinker Tom was working on? Yes, Tom's work is
Pam.
But the device and the assembly was the Wanderer's doing. After the device was assembled, he made it
Get all the good photos.
Mercer safe house has been established.
Where is the
Agent Weatherby,
We're not sure.
Thomas,
Best
aka
guess
Tinker,
is that it's somewhere
has
under
delivered
the old
construction
CIP.
material.
But they've been
as
using it
promised.
as teleportation
Reward
device to
dispensed.
get in and out, so
If
it
you
could
are
be anything.
available,
What did he find out?
further
I know you all
assistance
have
could be
questions.
used.
But I've said everything I'm going to. But know
Okay,
this.
I'm good.
The ops you're planning and running now are the most important of our lives. We have a chance at rescuing more synths than you ever dreamed of. So get it done.
Deacon's record is the best.
It's a wonder you
learn a lot.
Okay, let's do her quest, which is this one. Yeah.
Hey, Dad.
Where's this one? Right there. Cambridge Polymer.
This is looking.
Wait. Is Cambridge Polymer, is this the one that gave me so much trouble? Is this the place that had that big guy at the end that was holding the guy hostage? And I ended up having to basically leave the room and like glitch them to beat it? Maybe? Yeah, maybe not. Just sounds familiar. Oh well.
What's that for?
Because I wanted to. Don't you judge me. I have a problem. We'll take that ring back. Do it. Oh, this, okay. How'd I take that? How do I look? Oh, that is so me. Jesus. I am fancy. Screenshot, anyone? Wait, hold on. It's not right yet. Gotta take off that ring, girl. That's what I'm working towards. Wait. Where are my guns at? There we go. I broke physics. Anyway, that's true. Actually, with the helmet, weirdly looks like, yeah. Here we go. I don't know why I wanted to do that. I just picked up a green dress by accident and I was like, I think this would look good on me. Spoiler, I was right. Yeah, I dropped the green dress. I think. Unless I'm a derp. Nope, just dropped the green dress that I accidentally picked up in the first place. Dude, there was a plunger and a sweater vest and slacks in there. I'm not even going to talk about what I think was going on. Also, fun story. It's story time while I look around here. Story time with Geezer. You're not gonna... Yeah, you were right about the robot, by the way. Clean room and all that. So, one of my friends, her uncle, was trying to... I'm gonna say this in, like, the most PG-13 way possible, but it's just not gonna work. Her uncle was trying to show his wife how much it didn't hurt to do adult things in the behind by putting a plunger up his own behind. Well, he tried to stick it to the floor and then sit on it and slipped. Oh my god. He just disappeared. He slipped and impaled himself on it and lived. Yeah, it made it to about here. It tore through intestine and bruised 2 organs and made it right around to his sternum, the handle did, before it stopped moving. They had to surgically remove it. I never thought, I mean, that's the kind of story that you hear about in, like, I don't know, tabloids and, like, weird, like, pop-up ads on the internet, but I know someone who's had that happen to someone in their family. This is interesting. Nothing respawned here. All the other places when I get a quest, it would respawn. Interesting. Highly object to giving admin rights to anyone that isn't on our core team. Admin rights isn't a bauble for Dr. Williams to lord over his colleagues, who designed a nigh perfect system, and idiotic moves like this risk everything. I've been informed that legally I must comply with this request, no matter how moronic it is. So what do I have to do now? Also, level. What was I doing? I think I was just doing more of this for right now. Yep. Oh, that was it. Anyway, that was random story time with Tubby Geezer. And since I know for a fact that the person
Stays hidden forever.
who that happened to will never watch this, I feel okay with saying that. Famous last words, though. my god, my back. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be a long load. Oh. While we're walking around and doing stuff between things, I do want to real talk for a second. So, this game is amazing overall. It really is. I can't tell you the last time I've played a game for 60+ hours. That being said, I am kind of pushing the story now.
On our side, we've gone through your report. It was extraordinary. So many pieces of the puzzle clicked into place. Our final analysis indicates the Institute is far more formidable than we ever feared or imagined. If we stage a mass breakout, Patriot's 13 synths will undoubtedly be the last we ever save. Instead, we use this one chance to rescue all the synths. Every last one of them.
Is that even possible?
Hopefully, Patriot's core escape plan.
Because I want to start playing other games, other fun games as well.
We'll deal with it as it comes. The Institute will never let their slaves go without a fight. So the heart of our problem is manpower. Even if we call in all our agents, and we will, we won't be able to hold our own against the Institute for long. Talk with C-114.
Not right away.
If the synths down there want freedom, they must fight and risk their lives to earn it.
Even with synth allies, is that enough to fight the Institute?
The synths greatly outnumber the scientists.
You gotta remember too, I've been playing this game like most days for almost a month.
Then we use that turmoil to evacuate everyone we can. It will work, because it must. As much as we owe Patriot, we can't be certain how committed he is. If he learns we're willing to kill to free,
I think it might be one of those where, like, I try to play a couple other games, play some new ones, Darksiders and some other stuff are coming out,
Good luck.
and probably come back to this in DLC in a couple months. Just because, to be fair, anyone in any of the places where I post that I'm going live, anyone that has seen Fallout 4 almost every day for the last 3 weeks has probably stopped reading when they see my name pop up. They're like, oh, that's the Fallout guy. I don't want to be the Fallout guy. I want to be the variety guy. Yeah, Fallout 76 beta starts, but no. I will play Fallout 76, but I have no reason to play the beta. And yeah. Fallout 76 comes out, what, like the 14th or 15th of November? Like, full game? It's not that far off. Like 2 or 3 weeks. And I will play it, but I can't guarantee for how long because it is multiplayer. And even though they say there's a story, there's like no NPCs, no human NPCs. There are robots, that's been confirmed. And it might just be terrible. They openly admitted that it is basically a game that falls in between Fallout 4 and 5 in their timeline schedule, and it's just filler until Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5 come out. So it may be terrible. We don't know. And it's a little tough too, because
so much research, so little time.
Hi.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
You know, if I had like 5,000 subs and could like support myself on this channel, and everyone here wanted to see Fallout every day, I'd probably do it.
Tell me,
Do you think
at least
Mr.
for a
Benet's
while,
plan
until
will
I
work?
got super burnt out.
A better plan is to use this opportunity to rescue everyone.
That's fine, man.
But synths will have to fight for it.
And I thought Mr. Benet's plan was too ambitious. Of course, I'd fight for my freedom. And I know of a few others that might as well. But enough to face all the guards? Perhaps if we stand up openly to the scientists, more of my people would join us. Yes. Even if most don't join the fight, certainly there are many others who have been waiting their whole lives for this. But we should be prepared for some of the synths to fight against us.
Yeah, it's one of those, right. Yeah, I can't do that. For the same reason that I could easily, I like the Call of Duty 4. I like that enough. I could probably play the multiplayer of that 8 hours a day, 5 to 7 days a week for the next 6 months. There's a ton of Call of Duty channels. I don't want to just be a Call of Duty channel. So, yeah. And I know variety is going to be a roller coaster. There's going to be some people that are here every minute of every day for a certain game and then just stop coming back for like 2 weeks. But the hope is that I play enough variety that people keep rotating in and out, so I have a reasonable number of people watching when I play, no matter what I play. That's kind of how variety works. It's a slippery slope, but it's what I want to do, and why should I give up what I want to do? Worst case scenario, I end up having to stop doing it a year or two from now because it's not working. But at least I can say I tried something I wanted. Yeah. Don't worry, I won't become an anything only channel. Anyway, at least from a personal standpoint, I always enjoyed watching people play Call of Duty, especially smaller streamers that pay attention to chat and stuff like that. Not because of Call of Duty, but because, you know, it's a fast-paced game where crazy things can happen in really intense moments. It's like the absolute opposite of something like this, where I've been sitting here for almost 2 hours, basically clicking a button and listening to dialogue. It's a nice change.
You won't be alone. The Railroad will fight with you.
Together, we have a chance. I admire Mr. Benet a great deal. We can't tell him about this plan. It's his people we'll be fighting. I will talk to my friends. Meet me here tomorrow. If I don't make our appointment, assume the worst.
Wait, did he say not to tell this dude? I'm confused.
You get me what we talked about, and I'm in business.
Hold on.
Liam, I got your username and password.
You railroad guys really deliver, you know? Hooking that ancient tech up to the modern terminals is going to be seriously time-consuming. Even with that password. So hand it over and I'll get started.
I'm gonna try this.
This is a delicate operation. Are you okay if we have to use violence?
Why do you ask? There are stories about the railroad, that you're extremists. If I get even a hint that you're planning on hurting people, I'll pull the plug myself.
So is this something where I'm choosing between Liam and the robot dude?
Would it be possible to rescue more synths?
Those 13 synths are the only ones we're sure we can trust. If we push our luck and get the wrong synth involved, the whole thing could unravel.
I'll hold on to it. For now.
If you think that's best. But I can't start work without it.
Yeah, this is unusual. Because the synth robot dude is like, yeah, give me a day and I'm gonna make an army of synths that we can use. Whereas dude's like, if you hurt anyone, we're done here. How do I wait? Isn't that a thing? I've never had to use it before. Or do I have to do it? Maybe I have to do it at a bed. Well, remember, there's the magazine first, and now this? I'm confused because I figured if that was the case, that it would just delete the give password to Liam option. Oh, you have to be sitting down. Wait, okay. There it is. I knew it was T. I thought it was. Do it! All the clickies! Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with the synth dude. I still kind of want the chance to blow all these people up.
Good to see you.
You smell like you've been above ground. Did I turn off the interferometer? Pardon me.
Rosalind is as
Oh, you're right
smart
here.
as she is beautiful. I just...
Hey, Z1.
Before we can proceed, give Mr. Benet what he requested. Everything hinges on opening those doors.
Oh, I still have to give him that. It's just he can't know that we're going to use violence. Interesting.
You ready to hand over the login credentials now?
Yeah, here you go.
Here you go.
Great. Listen, I need a favor. Z114 is working the atrium again. Can you give him an update? It's safer if you do it.
You could probably, like, shout through the wall, but sure. Morse code against the wall.
Hey, Z1.
I asked my friends if they'd take up arms for their freedom. I was surprised at the number of volunteers. Perhaps once the fighting begins, many others will join us. But we will fight and die very quickly unless we have weapons. A lot of them. Given the right materials, we can make our own crude but serviceable weapons. Unfortunately, we're missing a few critical ingredients.
What ingredients?
Gunpowder, laser focusing crystals, and a couple other things.
I have weapons I can give you.
Excellent. Deposit anything you can spare in Maintenance Closet 3B. But we need enough weapons to arm an entire rebellion. So the ingredients are still necessary.
Tell me how I can help.
We've come up with a plan to get what we need. The Institute's always expanding. Excavation just completed on one of the sublevels. The mining equipment has been packed into crates and they haven't been moved yet. That equipment has everything we need. Thanks to Mr. Benet, the construction crew is populated solely by my friends. But they're under constant supervision. How do you feel about killing some guards?
I'll do it, if it's necessary.
We could come up with no other way. After you eliminate the guards, we'll move the supplies and blow up the tunnels behind us. To the SRB, it will be a tragic construction accident that killed many synths. Rare, but not unheard of. And then, our dead friends can assemble the weapons we need. Good luck.
Where are my things? Please tell me I can just put any guns in there, because that's what I'm doing. Actually, first, I know it's a few minutes early, but I'm going to take a stretchy break. I feel real, I don't know why, I feel like real locked up. Yeah, quick stretchy break. I'll be back in 5 minutes. You know the drill. My back's just really hurting. I need to see if I can get it to crack or something. Ooh, there it goes. Just did. Yeah, I'm legitimately just going to start unloading my my stash of guns. Did you dump any ammo in there too? I'm curious. You know what I want to do, and this is the first time I can say that I really wish I'd modded this. But and maybe I'll go back later and screw with it. I really wish I could just dump like 100 fat boys in there and just literally create an army of nuke wielding synths, because that sounds like the most amazing thing. I have to imagine that like they actually use the guns you put in there. I know, but I'm doing this the right way the first time. I'm doing this the real way. Sorry, that sounded horribly bad. I'm doing this the way the game was originally intended. It's not the right way. I do think I want to come back to this and maybe add mods and console commands and all sorts of goofy shit later. But another time for that. I want to experience it the way that it was originally intended to be. I did the same thing with Skyrim. I beat Skyrim like without any console commands, any, you know, mods or anything. And then I went back through and I never beat it again, but yeah. Oh, Jesus. Merv versions, just hundreds of them. That's amazing. I bet you I could crash the game doing that. If they actually use the weapons you put in there, I bet you I could crash the game. Yeah, another time. Just, you know, thoughts. Yeah, let's do that. But I may come back to this. I'm going to come back to this game at some time. I may use mods and like console commands and... Oh, not that many. For some reason, I thought there was going to be like 50 of them. If it's like 8, that's not that impressive. I really wanted to see if I could break my computer. Damn. All right, well, I'll be back in a couple minutes. If you haven't stretched, stretch. That's what the whole point of this is. You know, get the blood flowing. Quit working and move. No, you're good. That's not a spoiler. No, that's not a spoiler at all. If you told me exactly how it played out, that's a spoiler. Anyway, back in a minute. am I doing? What am I doing? This. Okay. Oh wow, 600 bugs would give my computer a fair bit of pause. Okay, so it takes a lot to crash it. That's good to know. So here's the thing. Wait, hold on. I just talked to my wife. We have to be up at 7 a.m. tomorrow. I actually, after getting the oil change done, they said that my car needs a little bit more work. I need 2 new tires and some other stuff. Well, she went ahead and scheduled that for tomorrow morning, which is fine. She scheduled it early, 8 o'clock, so that we could get there and get back in time to stream. Yeah, I know, right? And they open at 7:30, so she scheduled it for 8, which is perfectly cool. But that means I do have to get up at 7 a.m. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten both of my streams a little bit. Hold on. Because I need to be able to wind down and get at least like 6 hours of sleep. So let me fix things. I'm probably going to be doing 3 hours. Well, yeah. Both parts. So I'm going to do 4 to 7 and 7 to 10 instead of 4 to 8 and 8 to midnight. There we go. Stream is officially updated. Although it might not show up unless you refresh or for a couple minutes. So if I get off here at 10, I can start my uploads and kind of wind down. I'm not one of those people. I can't shut off my stream and go to bed. I just can't. It's where I like doing this gets me like way too amped up. So if I get off here at 10, I should be able to get okay, cool. Should be able to get to sleep by like 1, and then I'll get up at 7. I would much rather be able to put on a good stream tomorrow night than come in here half dead and just be, hey guys, I'm playing games.
Sometimes strong not understand human.
So I hope you understand. But the good news is at 7 o'clock I won't have to take a break, so I'll just go straight into Call of Duty. I'll just update my thing again and go into Call of Duty and take a break at 8
Strong
and then be done at 10.
Want to kill something.
Okay, what am I doing? I'm putting stuff in here. No, Alabama, I don't want to talk to you, Spectrum. Oh man, yeah, that's right. 76 beta. See, personally, I don't want to watch anything about it till it comes out. I want the final experience so that I can more than anything, so I don't, how do I want to say what I'm trying to say? I don't want to unfairly judge the final game by the beta, or worse, get so burnt out on the beta that I don't even want to play the final game. That would be bad too. I've had that happen with games before, so I know myself well enough. Know that could be. All right, so let's go into inventory. And let's that so everything's favorited that I want to keep. Do I have any nuclear grenades? I have one more. Oh, wow. That's cool, though. Like, yeah, I have to make it known, I think, better, because I think I can come across a certain way. Also, there we go. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are going to be watching the beta, and that's totally cool. Just, not something that I want to do. I don't want to ruin the experience for me. I'm gonna put a fat man in there. And a missile launcher. And a flamer. And this. Yeah. Yeah, there's some things I can watch too. Like, I definitely watched some of the Call of Duty beta. Not a lot, but I was like, yeah, it's Call of Duty. It's not gonna ruin my experience to watch someone play the beta. And heavy. Good. Sure, we'll go with that. And you know what? If I hadn't played this game first, I actually don't think I would feel that way about Fallout 76. But after playing this game, I'm like, man, I really don't want to mess up my own experience for that game. I want to do it completely blind, which, sure. Weapons. Fat Man and missile launcher first, because I want to make sure. Okay. See what you mean? It just said completed. Kill the tunnel guards.
I look forward to assisting you further.
I wish you could have known Father as we have.
Sir, we've had another situation. A code red.
What? This is the third time in 2 weeks. This is unacceptable. How could this happen?
We think there was a system glitch. We're looking into it.
You're all useless. I'll figure out what happened. In the meantime, tell the others to be on high alert.
What happens if I do something? Just saved.
Contact detected. Possibly.
I mean, it worked, right? Come on. So nuke grenades don't have nearly the range I thought. I thought that was gonna like insta-kill. That's good. Hi guys, thanks for helping. I think the weapons are for like the bigger battle later. I don't think it's just for, it was for those guys. But maybe if it was, then lol, stupid. Or maybe they won't use legendary weapons, which is the only things I put in there. I love that no one heard that. No one had a damn clue.
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
Hey, Z1.
You have done your part, and we'll do ours. Weapon construction will begin immediately.
This is a good start.
The greatest challenge remaining is keeping all of this secret from the SRB. So we're being very careful, which, unfortunately, takes time. For now, please continue working with Father. We can't afford for him to grow suspicious. When my people are ready, I will contact you.
Oh, have you not done that part? So now I probably have to do synth retention, right? Yeah, I have to. This is like Father's quest. All right, let's do this. Ooh. Really? I haven't discovered that place. Okay. Oh, okay. It's kind of interesting. Like...
Blue, something's not right here.
I don't know. Libertalia? I'm doing the meet up with the Courser thing. I think that's it. Or the vertibird? No. Yeah, I'm doing Father's quest because he said to keep. Yeah, I did. Well, it auto saves when you fast travel, so I wasn't super concerned about that. Yeah. That's what I thought it was. I feel like I kind of want a silent sniper rifle. I feel like that's something I need. And the thing is, even though I kind of feel like I'm rushing through this part, or like streamlining this part of the game, I mean, you gotta remember, this is all stuff that has happened. I haven't really been like neglecting exploration. Like, holy shit, look at this. That's probably like 100 to 150 different places. What up, dudes?
What the hell happened? When will they learn?
Bad puppy? My god. Did they just blow up the vertibird? Oh, it's because of glitches?
You must be the Courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word, and we can start the assault on the main flotilla.
We're in this deep with the Institute as is. Couldn't hurt to have someone with real combat training watching our backs.
Don't need help.
I can handle these raiders on my own.
I have no reason to doubt that, sir, but I have my orders. If you take on that synth, I'll be right there with you.
Aw. Fine.
I'm ready to move in, sir.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter.
We're in this deep with the Institute as is.
All right, let's go.
Right behind you, sir.
She didn't like that either. Look! Fine.
What was that?
You got power armor, dude?
Right here. Right here. Enemy sight. Area secure. What the hell?
Where are you? Oh my god, you're way out there.
Oh, no, you don't.
No, I figure she probably doesn't like it because she's from Diamond City, where they hate synths. They're afraid of them. So the fact that we're working with a courser is probably just what she doesn't like. But and do. Because the coursers and stuff are what all the people in Diamond City are afraid of, coming to like steal them away. Maybe it's both. Maybe I can't win. Sweet. I get frustrated in a game that I can't make everyone happy, but you know, it's fine. It makes sense. There's a lot of different ideals happening in this game, and I can't appeal to them all. Hello, legendary raider. Where are you? I'm gonna take all your stuff. Nothing. Oh, there you are. Are you is. Oh, up there.
Scared, huh? Should be.
Looking for any kind of movement I can.
You better run.
Well, if anyone could figure out a good use for it.
The funny thing is, I don't think I have to worry about like permanently pissing off Piper, because as soon as she dislikes something, I just like lockpick like 80 things in a row, and she's like, "Yeah, all right, we're cool."
Let's do this. Why do they even try?
Why do they even try? Kind of like the coursers, they're badasses. Oop, things.
Only a fucking coward hides.
Not hiding.
Wait, did you hear something?
You can have a course. That's not a spoiler. That's just awesome.
There's someone else here.
They're maybe a little dry for my taste. Come on, man. Bag of tits. I love that at a certain distance is a sneak attack no matter what. No, see, here's the thing. For me anyway, and how I've always thought about it, you know, if I was just gaming with friends or, you know, talking to a friend about a game I was playing, he'd already played, any of that stuff. If it doesn't change the way I'm going to play the game, then say it. Knowing that a courser is a possible companion isn't going to change the way I play the game. It's just when I come across it, I'll be like, oh, there it is. That's cool. But it's not going to actually alter. Like, I'm not going to be sitting here going like, oh, I got to do something different. So, yeah, that's why it doesn't bother me. But to be like, if you ever act this way, you'll never be able to get a courser as a companion. That'll alter the way I play. That's spoilery. That's like, oh, well, now I'm not going to play the way I really want to because I know one little fact. Yeah. Interesting way of putting it, I guess. And there's some people who don't even allow backseat gaming. There's plenty of people who are like, you know, don't even tell me that I missed a piece of ammo or something. Whereas I'm more than happy to someone be like, hey, you missed something in that last room. Like, well, thank you. I'm completely blind, so that's good to know. I generally don't stick around those streams much. But yes, I have been in them. Not because I like telling people what to do, I just hate watching a, I hate watching a streamer yell at chat all day and then chat basically troll them constantly. I feel like one of the things you have to do to be, I don't want to say successful because there are successful streamers like that, but oh my god.
Thought I heard something move.
Successful because of chat.
Gotcha.
You have to be a little more open to.
What was that?
That happened. I heard it. Well then. What was that about saving more often? Jesus. Damn it. I'm not actually sure if there's anything I could have done about that. Also, I'm highly impressed that a mini nuke did actually take me out in one shot. I think it like direct hit me though, so might have something to do with it. By the way, hey, it's all good. I was not that far behind. As a thing, I know I've got a bunch of clips on the Twitch channel that I can always use for like a compilation video, but if you're ever watching any of my streams on YouTube or anything, feel free to just, because I have the YouTube videos still saved on my computer. If you see something you think would be good for a compilation, either like a really cool thing that happened or a funny glitch or, you know, whatever it may be, feel free to like write in the suggestions panel of Discord like the video and time. You don't have to, obviously, but I mean, if you ever think there's something that would be really funny for something like that, feel free to do that. Because like I said, I'm going to try to make a full-fledged like 4-minute like intermission video, and it's probably going to contain over 100 clips. Oh my god, again! There's no warning for that nonsense. Damn. Save right here. You? Well, I expected it to at least hear like a raider yelling at me or something. I don't know if it's better than finding it in the VOD and clipping it, but actually, yes, it is. Only because then I can find it in my local recordings and use the higher definition version of it for the compilation. So either way works. But the problem is if it's clipped, I don't check my clips every day. So technically there's a couple reasons it's a better option. Right when I went in. Holy ball sacks. Well, death counter's getting a workout today. I did just save, but... Oh, I thought I just saved. Oh, I did. Okay. Do it again.
Blue, we're not alone here.
Jesus. Keep it going. All right. Know where he is. Oh my god.
I'm just getting started.
Seen better days, haven't it?
Just die.
Blue, we're not.
Hi, cat. Got him. You know what? Buddy. Yes. Oh, I can't wait to stream at 1080. The big problem with the Twitch program isn't like that the affiliate and partner program exist. I actually think that's really great. What's wrong with it is the fact that a lot of viewers don't understand. If they like someone, a lot of people still won't follow because they're like, meh, you know, who cares? They're like, I'll watch it whenever, something like that, or hey, well, he'll you know, he'll post something, so if I ever want to watch what he's watching, I'll just like look on Reddit or look on Discord or whatever. But I think a lot of people don't realize that following, doing nothing more than following for someone that's not like partnered or affiliate actually helps them improve their stream. You don't have to pay money, you don't have to donate. Literally just doing that until affiliate happens, yeah. Also, I have a cat. Hello, my dude. You gonna meow? His face is right in my microphone. You meow? Anyway. Yeah. Average viewers is the big pain in the butt because he's staring right at it. Well, like I said before, average viewers, they have to be actively watching. They can't be on another tab. They can't be they can't have the sound muted. There's all these little gotchas with it that like right now, if I look at my stream stuff, it says I have 8 people. It says I have 8 people in stream, but it's still, Twitch says I have 1 viewer. So yeah, it's difficult. And the thing is, I would never, ever sit here and beg people to like, well, you know, just turn the volume really low and keep the tab open. No, you do what you do. Look, it's not my job to...
I need to tell you.
It's not my job to beg people to like keep a tab open. That's stupid. Because it's Twitch's algorithms and rules and stuff. It's not up to the viewer to make concessions for those.
I'm listening.
I'm going to give you
I just have to be better.
B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport him safely back to the Institute.
Good. I'd like to avoid any unnecessary violence.
And then we can safely get him out of this hellhole.
Well, he might not be alone up there. Violence might be inevitable. That's all, sir. Ready when you are.
Buddy. Want to talk? He's now loving on my microphone. God knows what that's doing to it. Loving on the microphone. Luckily, the only knob he can press in the or mess with in the front is the headphone volume, which I don't
Place
use.
is nicer without the raiders. Not much, but nice.
Oh wait, I just went back out. I'm an idiot. Thank you.
Yes.
Whoa! Wait, is that a shotgun or a... Oh, it's a shotgun. Damn it. I thought that was an SMG with that much, and I was like, okay. No, but if there's a cat-proof model, I guarantee that would get some sales. No, actually, I can't show you because
nice.
It's on the streaming computer and you can't see that monitor. But I actually have 3 levels of noise canceling on my. What do I have? I have a noise suppression filter, a noise gate filter, and a compressor. And I made sure that it'll never clip, so hopefully even if I scream into it, people with headphones won't go deaf. You won't get any static because it's clipping. And anything under like negative 20 decibels, it just doesn't pick up. Yeah, just wasn't loud enough. But me like messing with a bag of chips from like 3 feet away totally picked up last night. That was super loud. I watched the video and I was like, oh god, crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. So, for whatever reason, I think the microphone's just sensitive to more frequencies. Oh, and I should have been specific. The cat was not rubbing on the microphone. He was rubbing on the like base of the microphone. Not directly on the mic. Can I leave a fusion core? I'm dumb. Look, I get it, man. My old YouTube videos were pretty bad. I'll tell you right now, and you can, if you ever want to, go to YouTube and look up Feel No Pain. 3 words, all separated. And that was me, like 4 years ago.
Guess you two are agents of just like me. So, made it to the top. Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
B592, initialize factory reset, authorization Gamma 71 Epsilon.
Feel no pain?
You okay? Gabriel, can you hear me?
Place is nicer
Shit,
without
they
the
did something
raiders.
to him. Take them out. Shit. Ain't nothing. Fucking pay for that.
Nice work, sir. I'll take the synth back. This is
I was in a weird part in my life where I was kind of obsessed with like helping people with their problems. So Feel No Pain was supposed to be like a... I did a lot of reviews. I was going to do a lot of reviews, and I was like, so this way you don't have to feel the pain of, you know, spending $60 on a game and not liking it, because I can give you a heads up first. That's where that came from, but it ended up sounding really edgy and emo, and it never really went anywhere. I had like 47 subscribers or 60 something. I don't know. It wasn't a lot. But it was a fun time. I still have like 80 videos up, including a duo's run of like hardcore Diablo I did with one of my buddies. But man, I don't think I don't think I used I used face cam for some stuff. Actually, I did.
Excuse me. Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.
But it was bad quality. I was streaming and recording on the same computer, and the quality is absolute crap. It was passable, but it wasn't anything special, that's for sure.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Why do you care what happens on the surface? You're in your own world down here.
Because there are forces on the surface that could pose a threat to us, and only a fool ignores a
like me
possible
standing
threat.
here in full armor?
We might diminish that danger by correcting the false perception that we intend some great harm to mankind.
Well, if you want,
But
put a
enough
link
about
in the
that.
Discord. I'll check one of them
The
out.
task is
Be
done.
good times.
And you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared.
Yay, I can sleep.
You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
Yeah, I should always explain. I'm not like, do it now. If you ever get a chance and you ever want to.
You should go and see the room we've prepared for
What if like from living here too long, it's just like as literal as humanly possible, and it's just a bunch of severed arms and dicks? Just arms and equipment. So where the hell am I going? Oh, it's over there. This is confusing. That would have been an Easter egg I would have been okay with. Literally arms and dicks. Also, I'm mildly upset I didn't name my Twitch channel Arms and Dicks. How could I have possibly known?
Your quarters are just inside, sir.
I'm never gonna remember where this place is.
When you're finished here, sir, Father wants to see you.
It's a crap rifle. Wait, what are a bitch to find? Oh, the quarters, yeah. I don't feel like there was much in the way of arms and equipment. There was like a little bit of ammo. Oh, some stuff there. Not much else. Nope. Huh. I don't know, does the Institute have good internet?
I guess you're from one of the vaults, huh?
It's really the question I would need to know. There's a merchant here? Yeah. Had no idea. I'll check it out if I ever find them. To be honest, the really good stuff, even the stuff I found at like Diamond City and stuff, the good weapons from there, like the legendaries, cost like 20,000 caps. And I have like 8,000, so I wouldn't be able to afford it anyway.
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
That's a loaded question. What's been stolen from you?
Institute property is not often taken from us. We cannot react lightly when it happens. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent
I legit thought he was talking about me stealing like his like plates.
In their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings.
Yeah, you just grind the game forever.
So you're aware of their misguided beliefs?
I haven't spent any money in this game in probably like 20 to 30 hours. So yeah, if you grinded it for like 70 or 80 hours, you probably have 20.
What happened? What have they done?
They are in possession of technology that does not belong to them. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
Where are the synths located?
A small settlement at the old Bunker Hill Monument. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only...
This is getting really complicated. I don't know who I'm pissing off.
Is it just me, or will I have backup?
A Corsair will be waiting for you outside Bunker Hill. You'll have support should you need it. But we want to keep this small.
Good lord. Yeah, and obviously I'm not like grinding caps in the most efficient of ways. That's for sure. So it probably could be done much faster. So do I have to do this now? I guess I need to continue working with him. Ooh, optional. Inform the Railroad. That's what I want to do.
Reporting. Status.
A pain as in like difficult? Or a pain as in like puzzly? I mean, I don't care either way, I'll do it, but...
Desdemona has an op for you.
Difficult seems to be much less of a problem for me than puzzly.
Establishing Mercer's safe house is a sign we're on the road to recovery. Thank you for that.
Can I talk to you?
Something on your mind?
The Institute knows about Bunker Hill. They're planning to recapture the synths there.
The timing couldn't be worse. The old man's been sitting on those 4 synths. There's nowhere else that's safe we could put them. Maintaining your cover is vital. But the sacrifice is just too great.
How much damage would it cause if we let them hit us?
We're running out of places to hide our synths. That's why we put so many eggs in one crowded basket to begin with. So what would we lose? 4 synths, Stockton, some of our best agents, and the inevitable civilian casualties? No, not this time. We've never known when and where the Institute would strike us next. But now we have a chance to turn the tables. We wait until the enemy is in position, then we hit them hard. No one they send out comes back alive except you. Understand?
Won't the Institute be suspicious if I'm the only one left?
You're a lot tougher than anyone else in their outfit. If only one person could survive, it would be you. And any story you come up with won't be contradicted. We can't attack too early. We need to draw them into the kill zone, and then spring the trap. You'll know when. You'll probably have a Corsair escort. You'll have to take him down. You've done it before, but it'll still be dangerous.
Is all this really worth it?
We can't afford to sacrifice Stockton and the synths.
Okay,
it's a risk.
But sure.
Word is Diamond City is under op.
What do I do now?
Position control.
Now I have to get to Bunker Hill. Oh. Save first. Let's hard save first. Because this could go all kind of tits up. Ooh, a neck.
Guess they're not interested in sharing, huh?
Worst part of being a lookout in the obelisk?
I've been waiting for you.
So, what's our situation?
I assume you've been briefed? Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. The mission's parameters just changed. I'm going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Wait, what? I just mess up. I think I might have messed up.
Now we're
Okay. I would be a terrible double agent in real life. I don't know who to shoot. I'm just like, yeah.
I thought I saw something.
Let's do this.
Hold up.
Watch out.
I cannot allow these attacks to continue. Destruction of fellows verified. Please stay still.
That's Commonwealth justice for you.
Yeah?
Hit sustained. Assessing damage.
And even when they do have labels over their head, I still don't know who I'm supposed to attack. Wait, where the hell am I going? So I really, well...
Hey, something's out there.
can't believe you do that for us. Thank you. You've given us another chance at life. We won't forget it.
We'll get somewhere safe as soon as you're gone.
Thank you for sparing us.
What up, girl? You look like a robot version of my dead wife.
Hey.
We're not backing down. We're going to protect what's ours.
Yeah, that's the point.
What was that? I see.
I love that the machine gun turrets still attack me. That's the confusing part to me, is I'm like, well, I know I'm supposed to attack the synths so that, or the invading forces. Speak with the father in the ruins of CIT, which is where I am, right? No. Deal with the escaped synths, which I'm not doing. Forcer's dead. I shot him in the head almost immediately. I shot him in the head actually before we even got into the place. 2 shots to the head and he died. Not really that strong. Well, I started the quest because I didn't want it to glitch, and then as soon as he started moving up, I shot him in the back of the head twice. I guess I should have specified. Yep. And see, I love a heads up like that because because I have a tendency in situations like this where there's like 4 warring parties, I'll just shoot everyone because I don't know who the hell I'm supposed to shoot. In this case, I was supposed to shoot the rogue synths and the railroad people, but I'm not supposed to because for the quest I was supposed to, but I'm not supposed to because I'm supposed to shoot the Institute synths because the railroad wants me to. That's confusing. Espionage is not my thing.
Stick to the roads, and you got a better chance of survival.
Why are you here? Okay, so somewhere down here? Here we go. Wait, does that mean that Shawnee Boy came out of the Institute? Trying to remain friendly with the Brotherhood of Steel Railroad and Institute. Oh my god, there's no way you could, right? You'd have to piss off either the Railroad or the Institute. Maybe. You like triple cross everyone and make them believe that none of it was your fault. Interesting thought.
Someone's there.
Oh.
You must be terminated.
What's that?
Engaging hostile life form.
Actuator damaged. Combat initiated.
Also, the fact that my companion has a freaking rocket launcher probably isn't incredibly helpful. Yeah, I guess I can hard save again. I already did a quick save real quick, but... How the F do I get upstairs? All I want... Oh, wow. But how do I get up there?
Let's play, little human!
Oh, here we go. Literally couldn't find the stairs.
Calculating most efficient attack.
Now suffer for your arrogance!
Come out, come out.
Your destruction is inevitable. Critical failure.
Falls. I know, 2 sets of stairs and I can't even find one of them. Go me. Okay. Oh, they go to different places? Jesus. Makes it even weirder. I think I might have done the same thing, though. I have to somehow get up. Nope, synths are very durable. I think I took the wrong set of steps. Or something. Oh. What is going on? Do it. Swear to God. Fuck. Been waiting 60 plus hours for one of those to work. Jesus. Apparently. I don't want to go this way because that's where it says I need to go. Please tell me it's like a damn, like, something in the ceiling or a ladder or something. Woman? Sigh. So wait, is this the stairs I just went up? No. I don't know anymore. Yeah, this has to be the ones I just went up. Yeah, because they wrap around over here. Then they go up further. Yeah. Those steps bad. Ah. That is the worst way to build a building. Why would you do that? That is a terrible idea. Nope. Well, it doesn't take me much to get lost, but well then. Oh, that's right. I'm going back out to the Commonwealth. Huge load times. Huge load times. Okay.
Itty bitty me.
Something like that. How did I end up in the wrong place again, by the way? I want to be here.
Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
So why come out here?
To put things in perspective, I suppose. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They kept me alive, too.
They did, indeed. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else?
I died a bunch of
Would you
times.
even survive? Perhaps most curious
That I
to me.
saved.
Would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Well, here I am. Was it worth it?
I believe so. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty interesting, but I mean, he was a tiny infant. He had no idea who I was. That's a good point that he made. Ambush?
I hope you're not too...
We were totally ambushed. They were waiting for us.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe, given that all the intelligence leading up to this indicated we'd taken them by surprise. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on.
Well, I didn't tell
I will
them.
refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Cool. Son is mad. Dad no happy. Hello, glitchy texture. You're something. This is what happens when two textures spawn on top of each other. By the way, remember what I was saying a few days ago, I think you were here, that Assassin's Creed games had huge problems with like SLI video cards. It was a couple Assassin's Creed games ago. If you had an SLI video card, the entire world looked like this all the time. Because both video cards were trying to load the same texture, and it would basically like frame by frame go back and forth and create this horrible flashing thing for everything. Yep, just texture glitches. The funny thing is I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to yeah, heck of a feature. I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to like stop lying to him. I feel like a horrible person just constantly being like, that's why I didn't choose the I still love you son option. I was like, I don't want to go that far. I don't want to like get too close to him and then have to screw him over. I want to be kind of like, I don't know, something. Anyway, it's 7:07. Time to switch it up a little bit. Oh, to warn you as long as you... I'm so good at spontaneously shooting people, though. Ah, damn. Anyway, I'm going to move this over to here. I'm also going to... Oh, I didn't put the death counter on that one. Oh, right, death counter. Well, we had 4 deaths. I think that's still a record. I think I had 4 on Assassin's Creed the other day. Put that there, put this here, put this here. So normally I wouldn't take another a break, but my tooth is killing me, so I have to grab some pills, and I kind of have to go to the bathroom. So, look, it's a thing. This is not a stretch break. This is a make my face stop hurting and use the toilet break. But I'll count it as my stretch break too, and maybe I'll be able to get all the way until 10 without taking another. I don't want to be gone from the stream for too long. Anyway, time to